What's up guys, it's Kristen here today with my review of You by Caroline Kepnes. So I'm sure everyone has experienced this at one point or another in their lives when you meet somebody and there's just kind of an immediate spark. You have things in common, the conversation is flowing, feels like there's chemistry there, and you're thinking, wow, this could actually lead to something. And then you never see them again. Now, most people at that point think, man, that really sucks, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Unless, of course, you are Joe, the narrator in the book You. He just takes this as a small roadblock on the way to what will otherwise be a very beautiful relationship. And that is essentially the plot of You. The narrator, Joe, works at a bookstore, and when one day a very beautiful woman comes in and they have a great conversation, they both love literature, he really feels a connection with her, and when she leaves the bookstore, he decides that he will do anything it takes in order to be in a relationship with her, and the way he goes about this is to start stalking her so that he can learn everything he can about her and kind of insert himself in her life so that he will be in the places that she is, but also so that he can mold his own personality to fit what he thinks would be her version of a perfect boyfriend. So naturally this leads to some very dark and disturbing places, and the whole book you are in Joe's head and wondering if he is ever gonna get close enough to her or ever actually have a relationship with this girl. I think the thing that I liked the best about You and Caroline Kepnes' writing style is how good of a job she does at making you feel extremely uncomfortable and uneasy throughout the entire book, but in a variety of different ways. The first being the most obvious, that he is stalking this girl, he is invading her privacy, he is a very disturbed person and you are in his head, so you are hearing his deepest, darkest thoughts and obsessions, and also the fact that it is written in this second-person narration style where you really are seeing everything from his point of view and he's almost speaking to you at the same time. He will say, I see you standing there, I'm in love with you, me and you are going to be together forever, which obviously ups the creepy factor by about 1,000,000, but I think the most disturbing thing I felt reading it was how you begin to side with Joe and almost root for him, which is obviously so completely messed up, but he can be very charming and witty, and he is also very okay with himself. He knows that he has problems, that he's not normal, but he doesn't really seem to care. And reading it, you can feel his obsession and how much he loves this girl, whether it be in a very twisted, wrong way. And then I definitely had this fear the whole time that he was gonna get caught, like when you're watching a horror movie and you're thinking, oh no, get out of there, they're gonna see you, oh my gosh, oh, how's he gonna get out of this situation? And then you have to kind of mentally slap yourself and think, why am I scared that this guy's gonna get caught for doing these very horrific things? So any book that can make you question your own morals and flip the way that you would normally think about a situation and see it from a different angle is always gonna get a thumbs up in my book. The one thing that I thought that was going to just drive me insane is the fact that it is littered with pop culture references and a lot of discussion about social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and it very firmly places this book in the 2010s era. And normally I don't like when books do that. I like my books to feel very timeless, and I think the reason that I love The Secret History by Donna Tartt so much is that the whole time reading it, I could never pin down what era it was supposed to be set in. But that being said, it really works in this novel because it is a plot device. He uses her social media in order to learn more about her and feel closer to her, and also to trick other people into thinking things. But then it also touches on how in this generation we have this absolute urge and need to share our lives, oftentimes with complete strangers, so that we can be seen and heard. And it shows how that can be really destructive, and, you know, the whole argument about who is really real on social media. My biggest criticism though of the book is the fact that it felt way too long to me. It started getting incredibly repetitive. It is this kind of cat and mouse game where he gets really close to her and then he has to pull away, and then he gets really close and he has to pull away and close and away. And at first, of course, that was really interesting, but after a while I started to get bored and it felt like it was dragging. So I really wish that it could have been shortened by like 100 pages or so, because again, I did like the writing style, I liked the premise of it, I like the narrator Joe in that weird way. I just wish it was a little more condensed. And overall, I wouldn't say the book completely blew me away or anything, but it is that really fun, addictive, mystery, thriller type read where you feel like you can't put it down. It's always leaving off on a cliffhanger, so you have to turn the page to find out what's going to happen next. And then, like I said, the way that it makes you question your own morals and ask yourself why you're reacting to this situation when normally you would be horrified by it. So for that reason, I still really would recommend picking this up and giving it a try. Again, it's just a lot of fun to read, and if any of you have already read You, I know several people have recommended it to me. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!